Hey guys, welcome to another English commentary done by Diggity. This match is going to be between Machine Light and Fnatic.Phoenix. Machine Light starting the upper right-hand corner as the yellow zerg. Fnatic.Phoenix starting the bottom left-hand corner as the orange terran, not to be confused with the other Phoenix with a different spelling. If you guys haven't heard of Fnatic, that's because they've just recently put together a StarCraft team. They're one of the premier esports organizations. They have really good squads in a lot of other esports, and it's exciting to see them putting together a StarCraft crew, and I hope that's a recurring trend with the bigger esports organizations, especially in the foreigner community. They're picking up a lot of top-quality Chinese guys, and especially from just generally in that area. I think they're based in Australia originally. Anyway, Phoenix I know mostly by reputation. I hear that he's one of those really daunting players because he's so solid. He's got good micro, he's got good macro, he's good in the early game, mid-game, and late game, creative and flexible, so the complete threat, just really solid. So not sure how he compares to players like F91 in the same region. I know he is probably one of the top 5 foreigners in outside of Korea right now, but anyway, Machine on the opposite end, I would say, is the best Zerg player in the United States currently. It looks like he's going to go for an Overlord before spawning pool at this stage. Might be going for a 12 hatch. In 2007, we saw him do a lot of 12 hatchery builds early, and really relied on his macro, I would say, to win most games, and so he's a very good macro player. But this last year, 2008, I've seen huge improvements with his play. He's gone for more overpool, 9-pool builds, and that's really suited well to him, I would say. At the World Cyber Games this last year, he took 4th place, and I had the privilege of seeing him, and his demeanor, man, he plays with an incredible passion and an incredible intensity, and as a result, I think he's just going to be better and better and better, so keep an eye out for him. Looks like, yeah, he is in fact setting up for a 12 hatchery. He's going to send that drone scout. Unfortunately, it looks like Phoenix has already blocked in his front door, and he's going for gas. We've seen a lot of Terran doing this recently, and I like this option for Terran players, and I'm not sure if Zerg players are going to be fully adjusted to that yet, so we'll see if Machine how he deals with this. Pushing this drone scout up, it's going to get some free hits, looks like, against that SCV. Might be able to take it out and delay this barracks at least for a little bit. Might be a small victory here early. Getting it down to, looks like 20 health, just 3 more hits, 2 more hits, and it looks like the SCV does get the exchange, so able to push off and just getting a couple free more hits while he can, but small victories. Looks like that Marine going to push off. I really like this gas opening, though, for Terran lately. I think it opens up a lot of options, because unlike Zerg versus Protoss, where the game tends to be about upgrades, and Zerg versus Zerg, where the game is almost completely about micromanagement and specifically small game resource management, Terran versus Zerg is almost completely about tech, in my opinion. Who can get the tech out the fastest? And when you go this early factory option, looks like a scout now being set out from Phoenix. The opposite end looks like a little bit of an early transfer there from Machine, so these drones going to mine and probably head back to the main, but it looks like he's setting up for a 3rd hatchery, so a 3 hatchery build. Not going to be able to deny this scout because that spawning pool just now coming up, and he's didn't save any larvae for a good amount of zerglings, so that scout should stay alive for a good amount of time. Looks like that SCV now wandering in. The drones pulling back, so missed that a little bit. But just two zerglings being produced, so Machine really trying to tech up as quickly as possible. But getting back to the early gases, there's just so many options with this. You can produce an early vulture, like it looks like Phoenix is doing right now, which gives you a degree of map control. You can also expand at the same time, because zerglings cannot push against vultures. Excuse me, and basically, yeah, so we're going to take an expansion, going to have that vulture out, can put on early pressure as well. And you're ascending the tech tree. You're getting up to that higher tier tech. It looks like and what Machine's going to need to do is get a sunken colony down in the meantime. Looks like he's setting up that creep colony now to deal with that vulture, so he is in fact expecting this, so it looks like he is predicting a mech build off that CLN. Just a single zergling getting some hits on that SCV. Let's see if he's able to take it out. Just a single hit left, but it is going to be able to escape and continue scouting that information. I did see that 3rd hatchery. It looks like just now getting taken out, and Machine just pumping drones, not really saving anything, any larvae for anything but drones at this stage of the game. But and a starport going down. This is, yeah, you can go and you can keep ascending that tech, pushing that vulture up to that front door. We'll see if he gets caught by that sunken colony. I'm not sure that he can really slip it by. Looks like he's going to hold up some zerglings in the meantime for Machine starting to push down towards that natural. Looks like a Marine is there to engage it. Probably more Marines coming shortly. Yeah, it looks like some Marines there to block those zerglings at the gap, and SCVs can come off the line if necessary. But you can go to starport. You could go to starport Wraith. It doesn't look like he's going to, otherwise that 2nd starport would probably already be building. But it looks like he is going to produce a Wraith, though. And you can switch from this right back to a bio build. You can put down your science facility, you can get some more barracks up, and really transfer transfer after you've got your secondary up, and you can continue on to additional factory builds, things like that. And this Wraith is going to have an absolute field day. Machine is absolutely nowhere near anything to deal with this Wraith. If he was going to put down that Hydralisk Den, he would have already done it to get Lurker Tech up about at that midpoint. Would have already put it down, gotten some Hydralisks, and then had Hydralisks on the way to really deal with that Wraith. But as a result, going for this Lair Tech, he's going to have a Spire up, and that Spire is going to be quite a ways off. That Wraith going to get some free hits in the meantime. Looks like he's sending a drone to the bottom right hand corner to cap an additional expansion, get quick 3 gas, and try to push that tech as quickly as possible. And we are seeing a shift back to bio. Second barracks going down. And that Wraith going to be able to get a free kill here. This one's a gimme, but how many more kills is he going to be able to get past this? Spire just now going up, just at 200 health, and that's a lot of time for this Wraith to run around, especially because they're speedy units. They're a little bit faster as far as air units go, I would say. Although, yeah, faster than Valkyrie's Devourers. That's not saying much, though. Anyway, but the Wraith going to be able to push up. It's going to start hunting Overlords, and this is going to slow Machine down out significantly. Overlords are expensive units, and even if any unit you lose, that's a cost of larva. That's larva that's not being used on attack units, which hurts a Zerg player. And right now in the red, so being forced to produce Overlords rather than what he would rather be producing, which is Zerglings or drones at this stage. Seeing that Spire just at 400 health, he's going to be able to get a third kill here, so that's 3 Overlords, so this Wraith already worth its weight in gold, and Wraith are heavy, because, you know, an airplane, it's big units, yeah, worth a lot of money there. Anyway, and continuing to, although they're made out of like titanium and stuff, so they're expensive to begin with, going to be able to get some drone kills as well. Probably going to go after this Overlord, but already at 4 kills. So already very successful. Expansion is going to go up in that bottom right hand corner, and some Zerglings already out in position in the middle of the map. Good Medic Marine force out for Phoenix. It looks like he has successfully adjusted. He's also got a science facility down, and he has very quickly going to switch. It looks like another Overlord getting killed there. Very quickly going to switch over to some Medic Marine SKT sort of build here. Going to be a little bit later on Weapons 1 against the Mutalisks, and we'll see if Machine can exploit that, though. And going to need a lot of turrets in that backfield as a result. So, but yeah, yet another Overlord kill. This is 6 kills from this Wraith, and it looks like the Scourge just now coming in to try to take care of it. And it's going to get one last hit on that Overlord, and now it's going to back off, and it still might be okay because it's going to be able to outrun those Scourge and get over these Medic Marines. A bunker going down in the front door, just in case a lot of Zerglings were being produced to rush in, I guess. A little bit more protective. Also helps deal with those Mutalisks. Prevent some units from being picked off. Looks like some turrets going up solidly over the secondary, but if Machine wants to risk it, if he runs in here, I don't see a lot of defense over the main. He does have that gas established in that bottom right hand corner. Looks like some Mutalisks running around. Looks like they got 1 kill. I think they caught that science vessel that was being produced there, which is a big win for Machine early. So Machine able to set back that tech a little bit, and science vessels are very gas expensive units, so that's going to hurt. That's going to hurt Phoenix somewhat here. Producing a lot of Mutalisks, he's bringing them back. It looks like to regather, and I think if he would have shoved in, especially over this area right here, there's a lot of damage these Mutalisks can do right here. They will get pinned in. Weapons 1 is about halfway finished, but again, just a single turret, and it looks like a turret to the north. There's a lot of just obstacles for these Medic Marines to get to push through, and they can get really pinned in behind those units. And it looks like he is surfacing down. Whenever your Marines get separated from the medics, it's bad news. And it looks like didn't stim pack there, but able to run in, get at least 1 Marine kill. Looks like now he's going to back off. I think Machine's feeling a little bit more confident having that expansion in that bottom right-hand corner. He just wants to make sure that Phoenix stays inside of his base, and he feels as though as long as Phoenix stays inside of his base and he can tech the Hive, which it looks like he's getting that Hydralisk Den now. He's already got that Evolution Chamber working towards Carapace 1 right there. So Medic Marines pushing it, these Zerglings backing off very nicely for Machine, not losing any of his Zerglings right there. Phoenix pushing up a little bit to get a little bit more of map control. And it looks like some drones now being transferred to the bottom right corner. 2 more creep colonies going up to provide some defense there. And again, without lurkers at this stage of the game, basically Machine's not going to be able to really fend off these Medic Marines. He's going to have to rely on Sutton colonies to do it. Phoenix does have that first science vessel out, and he's probably going to wait for a second science vessel before he really pushes up. He can do some containment with this science vessel, but otherwise he's not really going to be able to push until the second one comes out, because Scourge can take that one down, and then your Medic Marines are completely vulnerable. Phoenix now, going completely into bio. Continuing to pump the science vessels, and he really wants, getting that second starport down to really pump it. Weapons 1 has come online. It looks like he is starting to press forward. Weapons 1 very hard on Mutalisks, but Machine, putting down a lot of Sunken colonies again, because he doesn't have the lurkers right now to push back these Medic Marines. And so 4 creep colonies on the front door. He's also getting that Queen's Nest down to tech to Hive, so pushing his tech as quickly as possible. Still pumping a lot of drones, and he's got pretty good saturation. A couple Zerglings getting killed right there in that engagement in the middle, and the Medic Marines just pushing forward with that fire bat. Looks like they have been stimpacked. The question is where does Phoenix decide to go? It looks like he's going to push up over the middle only. He's getting some good comp stats off. Looks like these Mutalisks, who are kind of out in the field, going to come back to home base to provide